Hello lovely people, welcome back to another book chat, and it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Well, no, probably not. Okay, it's the moment I've been waiting for, because I have Beaufort Scales' second book here right now. You'll Be Sorry. Please ignore that bit, I haven't ordered the author copies yet. Okay, so Beaufort's second book, still set in Hansel, and this time we have obviously a Christmas tale because it is that time of year. And basically what's happening is that there have been, well, someone is robbing delivery vans and postal vans, kidnapping the drivers and making off with all the presents, and they're firebombing the vans, which looks terribly dragonish. And Di Adams is on the case, but she's still not quite sure if she should be suspicious of dragons or not. She's only just learned of their existence, and she's also trying to stop anyone else finding out about the dragons. The Women's Institute obviously feel that the absolute best course of action is for them to investigate, while armed with mince pies and cups of tea. And anyway, this book was so much fun to write. I had the best time with it. And thank you so much to everyone who has already pre-ordered it, and massive, massive thank you to my beta readers who made it even better. And they were just absolutely amazing. So, if you have been reading the blog, you will know that I have been putting up I put up the first two chapters over the last couple of weeks. And I am just looking for chapter 3 because I figure I may as well read you the start of chapter 3 while I'm here with it. Right. And don't forget, it is actually out today, so you can go and grab your copy for 99p. And I am going to keep both books. I'm going to drop Baking Bad's price down again as well, and I'm going to keep both books at 99p through Christmas. And then after Christmas, You'll Be Sorry will go up. So grab your copy, get your festive reading in, and obviously the paperbacks are now also available as well, either on Amazon or Book Depository. Or you should be able to ask your local independent bookstore to order them in as well from Ingram's. Okay, so chapter 3. It was a sombre little group that was left behind in the kitchen. Miriam clutched her teeth, thinking about what the inspector hadn't said. She wouldn't have come here just because the van was set alight, surely. She wouldn't jump to conclusions like that without evidence. So what was the evidence? Was it something to do with them, with the WI? Maybe even her? Oh God, she wasn't a suspect again, was she? She didn't think she could take being a suspect all over again. Just the thought made her stomach roll over. Sandwiches? She suggested, slightly desperately. Alice gave her one of those severe looks she was so good at. Miriam, it's the middle of December. Why on earth would we want sandwiches at 4 in the afternoon? But I don't know what to do, Miriam whispered. What should I do if I don't make sandwiches? Just sit here and calm down, Alice said, and patted her shoulder reassuringly. I wouldn't mind a sandwich, Beaufort said. Then when Alice glared at him, he added quickly, The inspector wasn't looking at the WI, Miriam. I'm sure it'll all be fine. She still makes me nervous. She's very efficient. So am I, Alice pointed out. Yes, you're making me nervous too. You're going to want to do something, aren't you? Beaufort looked very interested at that, and Mortimer buried his snout in his paws. Alice screwed her face up like she was trying not to say anything sharp. Well, at least I'm not going to arrest you. You think she might arrest me? Miriam heard the waver in her voice, but she couldn't help it. This just got worse and worse. Of course not, Miriam. I was only joking. Why don't we all go into the living room and have a nice sit down? Miriam shot out of her chair. I haven't checked the fire. I have to check the fire. I'll do that, Mortimer said, and padded out into the hall. Miriam watched him go anxiously. He didn't look much happier than she felt. Beaufort had lapsed back into uncharacteristic silence, the tip of his tail scraping the floor restlessly. And we could have some whiskey if you have it, Alice suggested. Whiskey? Miriam looked at the dark already pressing in against the windows, hiding the winter garden from view and disguising the misdeeds of van torches and postal thieves. Yes, actually that sounds rather good. She got up and went to rummage in the pantry. As it turned out, she didn't have any whiskey, but after some scuffling she found a bottle of Metaxa with a dubious, lopsided label that her sister had brought back from Greece. She poured generous measures into 4 mismatched glasses, although Mortimer made a face and nudged his over to Beaufort. The High Lord took it in his front paws and examined the contents with his eyebrow ridges drawn down, low and worried. Who would kidnap a postman, he asked. And who would make it look like dragons, Alice added. She didn't tell us everything, Mortimer said. I'm sure there's something more. Why was she asking about what we ate? Probably just because he's missing, Beaufort said. If they'd actually found a half-eaten body, she'd have told us. Miriam gave a little squeak at that and took a healthy gulp of Metaxa, then started coughing wildly. It was quite horrible stuff. Okay, so there we go. That is the start of chapter 3. So if you haven't already, pop on over to the blog. You can read the first 2 chapters for free over there. And then, like I say, it's 99p for the ebook at the moment. Depending on what your currency is, it's basically £10 or the equivalent if you want the paperback. And yes, thank you so much to everyone who's already pre-ordered. Thank you to everyone who's going to go and buy it now. And I hope that your year has been great so far and that your December is looking nice and stress-free. And if not, just more mince pies, more cream, more tea. Fixes everything. Alrighty. Thanks very much for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.